talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course the law of attraction. In today's video, we are going to be doing a reading for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. Sometimes prior to doing a reading, I will get downloads prior to hitting the record button, but today is one of those days where I haven't really picked up any downloads or information preemptively, so that means I'm going to be opening the reading to all of you here as co-creators to really just manifest whatever messages might want to come through from your guides, your higher self, or anyone who might be connected to your energy. So if you would like to receive a specific message from the reading today, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. By liking the video and subscribing to the channel, these are forms of energetic transference that do tend to allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. Now, right away, as we've been talking here, I pulled the Four of Cups reversed and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So someone is trying to seize an opportunity with you. This might be someone from your past. This could be someone recent that you've been connecting with. I'm not really getting any specific energy yet as far as timing of when you've connected with this person, but I will let you know if that comes up in the reading. What I am getting is that this is someone feeling emotionally out of control, but not necessarily in a negative sense. What they're feeling is that they aren't able to control how they're feeling about you, but at the same time, they're feeling like every time they try to approach you, communicate with you, or get into your life in a stronger way, that they're somehow being delayed. Now, I'm not sure exactly why that is, so I will see if that comes up in the messages. I'm seeing some kind of large bird. This might be a hawk, this might be a phoenix. Take that as it connects for you. Maybe you've been seeing signs in the form of a large bird. Now, I will say at the bottom of the deck, I saw the Emperor card. So this can represent a very stable, strong, established masculine energy. So that might be this person here. I do feel they have a great deal of stability materially, so this might be that they're very established in their career or very well known in their community. This also could simply be someone who's very stable in some other kind of material sense. So I'm curious why this Emperor masculine energy would be experiencing delays when they're trying to connect with you. This might be because with the Seven of Cups upright, you are someone who has become extremely magnetic at a deep energetic level because of how much shadow you've transmuted within yourself. You've really raised your level of consciousness, but I'm hearing it's come through becoming very familiar with your own unconscious self, with your shadow self. And I'm hearing learning that what you once believed to be your negative traits or your worst traits, learning that within these things that you learn to label as negative about yourself were your greatest blessings and your greatest gifts. So there actually might be certain things about yourself that you had learned previously to self-reject, that you maybe were told were weaknesses or flaws about yourself, either by your caregivers growing up or by teachers, by society. And what you've discovered is that for some reason I heard ADHD, so that might be relevant to someone. In general, you might be someone who is very creative and who never really was able to thrive in a classroom environment. That won't be for everyone, but I'm definitely picking up on the energy of someone who just always thought differently from the people around them, from other students in the classroom. And because of that, people may have tried to put you into a box or to get you to conform to the way that everyone else was behaving. But what you've come to discover is that those individuals who were falling in line were not living the life that you truly desired, and that actually those things about yourself that you were taught to shove down, that you were taught were flaws or setbacks or weaknesses, were actually your greatest gifts. I keep hearing something about your creativity, so it may be that some of those things about yourself that you saw as weaknesses at some point in your life actually allowed you to be much more creative than most. I'm hearing creative genius for someone listening here. I'm tapping into just a very creative collective that thinks so differently from the people around them, but there's a kind of genius within all of that that went unrecognized for a really long time. Now, with this emperor that wants to connect with you, by the way, because this emperor is coming up as someone externally who might be wanting to connect with you, that tells me that you might resonate more so with the divine feminine energy. But do keep in mind that these labels do not connect necessarily with gender. They are labels to describe energy, and we actually all have a balance of both the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within each of us. Wow, you have really shifted out of a very challenging cycle. Whoever you are, you have so much reason to be so proud of yourself, because I'm hearing that reflecting on your life, you can see that there was a time with the Five of Pentacles where you really felt like the world was against you, like you really didn't fit in the world. Now, of course, you might still feel very different from the people around you, but you found your place in the sense that you are no longer afraid of who you are, of your identity as a soul, and of expressing that in a more conscious, visible way, because you recognize the value in those parts of yourself that at one time you were taught to reject. And that's how you freed yourself from essentially the matrix. Like, you freed yourself from the matrix, from these limiting ideas and belief systems and programs that people tried to lock you into. And now you've shifted into both this Three of Wands, but also the Six of Wands energy, where you are, for some reason I'm getting the numbers 3 and 6 in general might be significant for you, but you are in this very free space. And hearing that people are seeing you, this card with the Six of Wands, in the image on the card there is someone sitting up on a horse, and what I'm getting is you have been elevated to this position spiritually, energetically, and maybe even literally in your physical life, where people are seeing you in a new light, where you're being recognized. And the irony is here, much of what you're being recognized for, it's like that recognition is coming from some of the same people and places who may have tried to initially get you to reject your gifts or to reject certain aspects of yourself that ultimately were your true genius. It's like, it's so crazy in this reading. It's almost like people who were trying to lock you into the matrix were trying to get you to sacrifice the real genius that was within you in order to conform to their rules and regulations and expectations that were coming from this lower vibrational place. But you've completely ascended beyond all of that. Now, I do feel there's a reason this is coming up in the reading. I feel someone's guides are really trying to get through to them, again, just how proud that you should be of yourself. Maybe you are someone who can be a bit hard on yourself, or because you've achieved certain things, it's like you might push yourself to keep doing more and achieving more. And yes, of course, you can manifest and will manifest whatever you desire at a heart and soul level, but at the same time, there is so much to be so proud of and so self-admiring of. So let's get back to this masculine energy that senses you have a lot of options. With the Two of Swords, you might be at some kind of a major crossroads in your life. Maybe you are going between two different paths, or maybe it's this person themselves that is putting you in this position of feeling at a crossroads. Maybe when this masculine comes in, you will feel yourself at that crossroads because they'll be presenting you with this offer, and you might be pushed to make some kind of a choice here. And I'm getting a very clear message that if that is you, either if you're in the middle of that choice or if that choice is coming, allow yourself to use your emotions as your guide, because your emotions actually are a form of interpreting energy, just like we interpret energy through our 5 traditional senses. You interpret energy in a very fluid way through your emotions. So when something feels off to you, that's you reading an off energy. When something feels right to you, good to you, that's you reading an aligned energy. And with the Queen of Cups, this is the embodiment of a feminine who is very in touch with her own emotional inner world and who makes decisions based on what those emotions are telling her. And so in this situation, regardless of what this choice or crossroads is for you, whether it's happening now or this is speaking predictively to something that's going to happen, be sure that you are really following your heart. It sounds very cliche, but listen to your emotions and allow them to be your guide. So what else can I channel about this crossroads? So with the Page of Wands reversed, there may have been someone, or there might currently be someone in your life who's acted in very insensitive ways. This person may have caused you some kind of heartache or pain. Ironically though, it seems like they also pushed you into your Empress energy. So it's almost like this person who may have treated you in a negative way, either this was a karmic situation where you had some kind of karmic contract with this person, or this may have been even an unhealed twin flame situation where they were highly triggering to you. But ultimately, regardless of what kind of connection that was for you, it actually activated your Empress essence, meaning it pushed you to surrender. And what I mean by that is, I feel that Page of Wands reversed put you in a situation where you were experiencing so much heartache, so much confusion, so much pain, that you had no choice to fully let go, to fully surrender, to live in the present, to start fully and completely loving yourself. They may have even inspired certain creative projects in your life, or in general just re-inspired your creative energy, but it does feel like that activation came through some level of pain or heartache. Now again, only you can know how this person is or was relevant in your life. This may have been, again, a karmic relationship. It could have been an unhealed, unbalanced twin flame dynamic. Regardless of what that was for you, even if it was just circumstances of your life that pushed you into that heartache, but ultimately led you into that deep surrender and reconnection with yourself, you are now fully embodying the Empress here. And for some of you, it might be that that Page of Wands reversed has gone through their own transformation, and you now in your Empress energy, in your Queen of Cups energy, are deciding whether you're going to allow that person another chance, whether you're going to allow them back into your life, or whether you are going to move towards this Emperor, this very stable offer coming in here. Can I get more clarification on this Page of Wands, what they're going through now? Yeah, because that Page of Wands reversed that may have caused you heartbreak. The thing about this person is, it does seem that they've completed some kind of cycle in their own life, that they are shifting into this state aligned with the energy of the World card, where they are beginning to balance themselves out, to integrate themselves, to come into more of a state of wholeness. And hearing this is like an evolved version of that Page of Wands reverse, like you connected with them when they were in a very immature state emotionally, but now they've evolved into this higher state, this higher version of themselves. But you're now over here as the Empress, very self-loving, creative, in your receptive energy, and now you have to decide whether you are going to give this Page of Wands reverse that's now transformed another chance to connect with you, or whether you are going to move towards this stable Emperor, this new, or perhaps it's a different person from your past, but still it's just a different energy. It's definitely giving me the kind of energy that for some of you, you might be choosing between a twin flame that's gone through their own evolution and chosen to heal themselves, who's now presenting or will be presenting you with an offer in their more evolved state. You might be choosing between that and a very high level soulmate emperor, so to speak, that's very stable in their own way. It's just a different form of connection. Now, of course, for some of you, this might not necessarily be a twin flame and a soulmate. Only you can know for sure how these messages are connecting for you. And of course, at the end of the day, it's really your intuition that holds all of the keys, all of the answers to guide your own life. So I always advocate listening to that internal compass, that internal voice above all else. And I am going to be pulling a few more specific messages from the reading. But first, I also want to share with you my personal, most powerful tool for manifesting and transforming in my own life. And these are subliminals. Subliminals are audio meditations that contain unconscious spoken affirmations. And the very powerful difference between these subliminal affirmations and what you think of as traditional affirmations is that subliminals are designed to program the affirmations directly into your subconscious mind. These affirmations are embedded within other sounds, tones, and frequencies, and this allows them to bypass the conscious filter of the mind, making deeper, more lasting impressions on the subconscious mind. Personally, in my own life, I tried so many different manifestation techniques before coming across subliminals about 7 years ago, and since I started utilizing them, I have seen the most powerful results, shifts, and changes in every area of my life. So I've become so passionate about them that I've created my very own Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful. And on this app, as you can see on the screen, I have over 130 subliminals for essentially every area of life, for appearance, for mood, mindset, manifesting many different specific things, money, success, love, relationships, twin flames, and so much more. And when you sign up for a 7-day free trial account in the app, you get access to all of the subliminals I've created and you can listen to each of them in 10 different background sound options. You can even read the affirmations while you are listening. Specifically for this reading, I would recommend one of 2 subliminals from the app. You can even combine them into your own personal playlists if they are both resonating. But the first is my Twin Flame 7 chakra clearing, and the second is Love Magnetism. Now, these are both designed to really deeply clear out any blockages that could have been preventing you from really accessing and aligning with that frequency of unconditional love, which is the most powerful and magnetic frequency on the planet. The only difference between these is that the Twin Flame Subliminal is more so geared towards those of you who are on a Twin Flame path, regardless of whether or not you desire to fully manifest a physical union with your Twin Flame, which of course you are the conscious, powerful creator of your life, so you get to make those choices and decisions. But for those of you on a Twin Flame path, you might find the Twin Flame 7 chakra clearing more beneficial. But regardless, they are both very powerful for helping you to align with that magnetic frequency of unconditional love. So the link to download my Subliminals app and sign up for a 7-day free trial account is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. You can also find it in either of the app stores just by searching Sound and Soulful. Okay, so now we're going to be pulling some final few specific messages about this situation coming up here. We have the Unawakened card. This says Unaware, 3D, Ego, Darkness. Your Twin Flame is not ready yet, but what I'm really getting from this is that, again, there's that Page of Wands reversed that you may have connected with. Again, it could be a Twin Flame, could be a karmic, but you connected with this masculine energy when they were in a lower vibrational or less balanced state. And as a result of that, connecting with them so early may have actually caused you some heartache. And ultimately, while this dynamic did activate you in a powerful way, it did push you into your Empress energy, into your own self-love. I see also that in the process of that, you've attracted in a very high level soulmate as well that seems to be connecting more with that Emperor that came out at the beginning of the reading. It's interesting as well that we had the Emperor for that high level soulmate, and now we have you coming up as the Empress. So that tells me there's definitely a divine alignment between the two of you. There's definitely a beautiful potential partnership there if you were to choose that Emperor kind of energy. Of course, the choice is up to you, but I see as well that in a more general sense, at the moment, you are being perceived as highly blessed by others. There are many blessings coming into your life. One of these is going to be a newfound sense of community in the physical 3D world. Now, this is a bit of a random message to come out at the end of the reading, but I feel that there's a reason it's coming out here. You might be someone who's been feeling very alone in the physical world, especially through your soul's awakening and activation process, through that transformation into the Empress that you've now become. But what I'm seeing is that you are going to be attracting in fun, light, soul-based, like happy, supportive connections in the form of a physically manifested community, whereas in the past you may have felt very alone. So this could be coming through virtual means. Maybe you'll be connecting with these individuals online. This could come through strangers that you run into and have these light, fun, beautiful interactions with. This could come in so many different ways, but I'm just seeing this beautiful sense of one of your blessings being that you are building more of a community that's manifested physically instead of walking this journey in such an alone fashion. And I am going to be reading one final message from the Rumi Oracle for you today. If you are resonating here and you would like to continue getting updated whenever there are new readings, I do feel we might be getting more information about all of these energies in a future reading. So of course, feel free to subscribe to the channel so you do get notified when I post new videos. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself for more information, inspiration, and energy updates. But the final Rumi card here is Passion of the Wild Red Mother. It's so funny that I mentioned the number 36 earlier, and this card is the number 36 card, so that is definitely a major synchronicity. And the guidebook here says, passion is the bridge that leads you from a smaller truth that suffering is necessary in order to heal towards a larger and more luscious experience of life as a divine embrace. If you are able to rise to the passion that is possible for you, you'll let the wild red mother consume your philosophies and doctrines. You can choose passion over fear, time and time again. So I invite you to paint the whole world red with me, with passionate nature. Let us laugh and change the world. Wow, what a beautiful place to close the reading. I really hope that this reached you as it was intended for you. Of course, if you do feel guided to my Subliminal meditations, the link to download my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful, is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. Otherwise, I am sending you all so much love. Have a beautiful day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.